Federal government's school feeding program reaches 17 states. The federal government has said that the school feeding program has reached a total of 17 states across Nigeria. The federal government also said over 4 million pupils are not benefiting from the program, which targets 1 meal every school day in schools. A statement signed by the Senior Special Assistant to the Vice President on Media and Publicity, Laolu Akand, said 25,771 schools are now benefiting from the program. Akand said 3 more states have been added to the National Homegrown School Program, with an additional 1 million children now enlisted as beneficiaries in the Social Investment Programs, SIP, which is aimed at tackling poverty and hunger, as well as creating jobs for Nigerians. Akand said, so far, in Cross River State, 117,750 children in 973 schools are being fed under the program, while in Akwa Ibom, there are 171,732 children in 1,101 schools being fed. Niger State has a total of 710,880 being fed in 2,411 schools in the state. In total, 4,773,064 schoolchildren in 25,771 schools in 17 states are currently benefiting from the school feeding program. This is a notable increase from the previous total of 2,918,842 school children from 19,881 schools in 14 states that had benefited from the program. About 34,869 direct jobs have since been created from the school feeding program across the participating states. In Cross River State, for example, 1,384 cooks have been engaged, while 1,309 cooks are currently engaged in Akwa Ibom State, and 5,924 cooks are engaged under the program in Niger State, he said. Akand also said about 115,000 beneficiaries of the conditional cash transfer are now being funded with the monthly N5,000 stipend in 16 states. The states includes Borno, Cross River, Niger, Kwara, Ekiti, Kogi, Oyo, Osum, Plateau, Bauchi, Anambra, Jigawa, Taraba and Adamawa. There are reported disbursement hitches in Benue and Anambra states, and they are being addressed. This mainly has to do with non-opening of bank accounts and enrolling beneficiaries. It is expected that by the end of next month the hitches would have been completely resolved and the beneficiaries in position to receive the cash transfers in those states. The CCT scheme directly supports those within the lowest poverty bracket by improving nutrition, increasing household consumption and supporting the development of human capital through cash benefits to various categories of the poorest and most vulnerable. The school feeding program and conditional cash transfer schemes are 2 of the Buhari administration's N500 billion social investment programs, SIPs, aimed at improving the lives of ordinary Nigerians nationwide through welfare and empowerment programs, Akand added. NAGE.com earlier reported that the federal government had said that N6.64 billion was released for the homegrown school feeding program. The federal government then said over 2 million school children are said to have benefited from the program. The children were covered from 19,000 government-owned schools across Nigeria.